to yet again another episode of Biblia Agape. Today, me and Blaze are going to be going over our fourth episode in our Fruit of the Spirit series. It's going to be off of patience. Our last ones were love, joy, peace. And if you'd like to go back and look at those, you are totally welcome to. And just to refresh your mind, all of the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And, So today, we're on our fourth episode of our Fruit of the Spirit series, which is off of patience. So let's hop right in and get started.
Okay, so I'll go ahead, and I'm going to be technically just going over patience, which is what we're both doing. But patience is the capability to accept or tolerate delay, which is it's waiting on something to happen, basically, or something that you want. You just wait for, to be patient for. And then I'm going to go over a few verses, so I'll do that. One is James 5:8, which is, "You also must be patient, keep your hopes high, for the day of the Lord's coming is near." And then another one is Romans 12:12, which is, "Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer." And then my last one is Ecclesiastes 7:8, which is, "The end of something is better than its beginning. Patience is better than pride." So I'm just going to be going over these verses. And the overall meaning of all these three is that God is coming back. But we have to be patient for that to happen. Just like waiting on something to happen. That you know will happen, but you have to be patient for that to happen. But if we are not patient on something to happen, if we are not waiting, then we start to lose track of what our focus should be mainly on. We start looking and believing, getting tired of waiting towards these things that are not of God's will. And we also have to remember that God is never keeping good stuff from us, but He is sometimes keeping us from things that get us to good stuff. Like in the end, God gives us that good stuff. God is never keeping something that could help us. He always gives it to us, but we have to be patient for His goodness to be given to us. So, if Jaila wants to go on more.
So, I'm just going to start with a verse. So, 1 Corinthians 13:4 says, "Love is patient, love is kind." So, just like one of our last episodes, in our Fruit of the Spirit series, we talked about love. When I said that God is love, this is saying love is patient. So just like we said God is love, and how love is patient, this is pretty much saying that God is also patient. God is also patient. So sometimes to love someone means you have to have patience with them, and you have to be patient with them. For example, maybe in your case that might be a sibling, maybe it might be a friend, or someone that, someone that you love. Another verse, Proverbs 15:18 says, "Hot tempers cause arguments, but patience brings peace." So, having patience means to not lash out in anger. Or, in other words, to think before you speak. Patience in that verse it says that patience brings peace. So yet again, we go back to another one of our episodes when we talked about peace. And just like I said that there is no kind of war or conflict or just anything in that sort in peace, there's nothing of that sort in patience, because with patience comes peace. To have patience can get hard sometimes. You might be getting it can be hard at times. It can also be annoying to have patience. But when you do, you just need to have patience and not lash out in anger or lash out and say something that wasn't really good, or just not really having patience in that. And when you have peace, you're better in waiting in that. And another verse I have is Romans 8:25. And it says, "But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience." And Galatians 6:9 also states, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." So when you wait patiently, you will be blessed. Let's say you maybe go out to like an event or something to where you're just going out and helping people, or just, and let's say you start to get a little bit bored or just impatient and hoping that it'll just end and you'll get over and done with it. Both of these verses are more of towards Galatians 6:9, but both of them are pretty much saying that to not let yourself feel that way, and not let yourself get tired or sick of helping people or just doing good. Instead, it's saying to keep going and keep blessing others at some point. And at some point, you will be blessed from it. But if you rush into things or just do it sloppily or not wholeheartedly, which basically just means giving it your best shot, giving it your all in all, you won't really feel as good. You won't really feel that good doing it, and you might not necessarily get blessed for it, or you could even miss the chance of getting blessed for it because you're so consumed in finishing it just to be blessed for it. You could miss the opportunity to get that blessing. Maybe if you do start to get a little bored or not feel all in it at what you're doing, you could maybe just think of the blessing that's going to come out of that, or just think of what good is coming out of this. In my personal opinion, though, I think that you should more think of how this is going to affect the people you're helping and how they're going to end up feeling. Maybe the gratitude they're going to feel from it, the just happiness and love they're going to gain from this, and you helping them. And I think in that, or just the thought of making them happy and how they might end up happy, is what makes it more worth it and makes having patience more beneficiary, or just not only for you but also those people, because when you help them and you make them feel that way, that not only makes them feel happy, but it also makes you feel happy, and it really just it lifts your spirit up personally in that. And I think what pushes me through sometimes in situations like that when I just want to give up and I'm just feeling very impatient. I think of how this is going to make those people feel and how they're going to react to it, and how they're going to gain from what could be you giving up a small sacrifice or even a big sacrifice to help them. And when you have patience in that and you help others, or you serve them instead, I think when you think of that and thinking of how that is affecting the other people, instead of yourself and the blessings you're going to receive from that, I feel like that might almost bring more blessings to you because you're giving it more and you're filling out your heart more to that and being patient in that and just being selfless in that. So yeah, patience. When you have patience and you wait, you will get blessed for that.
So yeah, make sure in any circumstance that you are patient, because like she said, and like we went over, there's always good in patience. When you wait, you get what is good. And thank you guys for watching today's patience over the Fruit of the Spirit series. Next week we will be going over kindness. Oh my goodness, kindness. And again, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.